Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of DeleteLawZ. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? How's everybody doing today? Happy Sunday. I got a hard out at noon. I got to be out of here at noon. But in the meanwhile, though, would everybody do me a favor? Would you hit the like button? Could everybody do me a favor? Hit the like button. What is going on? Hit the like button if you would, pretty please, with sugar and cherry on top. What is going on? How you guys doing today? Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. What are you guys doing today? What's on your fun agenda, and what do you have planned for this week? It should be a great week. Now, I want to show you guys something. This is a Terry stop. This copper is going to say to this woman that he has reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion is what? Reasonable suspicion is a construct of institutional racism. So if you guys would do me a favor, put down in the comment section, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the chat for me. OTVO. Make the chat go crazy with overturn Terry versus Ohio. All right, let's get into it. Now, this is going to be from the People's Court audit. These guys grew pretty fast. They came on the scene just a short time ago. This guy's just an editor. He's not an activist. He just watches other activist videos and reviews them. But, you know, he's doing a service of some kind. So let's get into it and let's check out exactly what happens here. We're going to skip that right to get there we go. Going to get to right here.
Don't forget subscribe. Always support.
Vacaville. Now, do you notice right away what she's doing? Right away, she's blocking the light out of her eyes because they treat every one of us as though we are some hardened criminal that you have to put a light in their eyes. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that they put the light in our eyes, and it's got to stop. You know, that's a policy, by the way, that they're allowed to do that. And we need to change the policy. First Amendment protecting agencies here. That's an actual activist auditor. What we're watching right now is the guy who reviews videos.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? DNR as well. Just the one call.
Driving around the block in a circle.
Yeah, we're filming cops.
Okay. It's just
So did you hear it? What is suspicious? This guy makes $292,000 a year, Christopher Hill. And this is the thing. This is the thing why some reporters are a necessary evil, even though you know, it's a catch 22. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But what reporters do that people like me who are on the street and take on cops face to face, reporters go through and they find Christopher Hill, this piggy's name, badge number. They find out Christopher Hill makes $292,000 a year. Like, why in the world should a pig make $292,000 a year when it's not even in the top 10 most dangerous jobs? The top 10 most dangerous jobs, some of those jobs don't make, let's call it $300,000 a year. Because you know he's grifting a little bit, taking a little bit, getting free stuff here and there. That's what's happening.
hello.
Hey, how you doing? DNR as well.
Super
Just
random.
the one
Just
call.
driving around.
It's super random that you're just driving around the block. What business is of yours that I'm doing when I'm a free American?
Circle.
Yeah, we're filming cops.
So it would have been so much better if this guy would have pulled out his trifold and said, Fifth Amendment, what do you want?
Okay. It's just suspicious, so it gives us reasonable suspicion to contact people and to stop people because it's not normal for people.
No. That's an absolute lie.
So it gives us reasonable suspicion to contact people and to stop people.
No, it does not. So this is called a Wren stop. This is going to be WHREN, Wren versus United States. The copper, Christopher Hill, who makes $292,000 a year, is pulling them over on what's called a Wren stop. That's from 1996. The Wren stop, which is a pretextual stop based on their suspicion of your car. I don't know what infraction of driving he's saying that they're doing, but you're supposed to have a driving infraction to be able to Ren stop somebody, which is really stopping someone based on a Terry stop that you're suspicious of their activity. And he's saying that you driving in a circle makes me suspicious and gives me the right to stop you. That's just not true. It's made up nonsense based on Terry versus Ohio.
Because it's not normal for people to make a loop around the same block, especially at this time of night.
Yeah, it's not normal for people to dress up in a clown costume and think they have dominion over me, and the light's still in her face.
We're not allowed to drive around?
You are allowed to drive around, but like I said, it's suspicious, which gives us reasonable suspicion to talk to people and to detain people for a drive.
It's suspicious, which gives us reasonable suspicion. Terry versus Ohio.
Especially at this time of night.
Oh, we're not allowed to drive around?
You are allowed to drive around, but like I said, it's suspicious, which gives us reasonable suspicion to talk to people and to detain people for a traffic stop.
Is suspicion of crime?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
He actually said suspicions of crime. This dunce cap pig said suspicions of crime. Suspicion is what, everybody? It's Terry versus Ohio. Can you put that in the comment section for me? Suspicion is not constitutional. Suspicion is based on the 1968 Supreme Court case holding that creates institutional racism in America that was used mostly on blacks through the 60s and 70s, and now it's used on all of us. Reasonable suspicion is not a crime. And that's what they're saying it is here. They're saying that reasonable suspicion is a crime. It's just not true.
People to detain people for a traffic stop.
Is suspicion of crime?
Yes.
No, it's
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Ma'am, do you have an idea?
I do. Ooh, that's bright.
What's the reason for the stop?
Like I told you, it's reasonable suspicion because it's very odd for somebody to be driving around in a circle around the same block.
You don't have to give a cop your identification because he says that he's reasonably suspicious of you. That is a complete falsehood. Totally and completely false. You don't give the cop your ID for reasonable suspicion. Number 4 on your non-driver cop card. Cop says he wants ID, says he has reasonable articulable suspicion. While filming the cop, you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No ID is required. The law is in the navy blue. Hibble versus Nevada, 2004, with reasonable articulable suspicion, citizen must state how they ID. Do not give ID without probable cause. These cop cards are $10. You get 2 of them, driver and non-driver. I've been giving them away the whole time. And today's the last day of the giveaway on the Trifold. I need somebody in the crowd to buy a Trifold to give away a Trifold. Now, I've been doing that for 3 days straight now. I've given away hundreds of Trifolds. Yesterday, I gave away 3 Trifolds for every one person who bought one. So I got to stop it by the end of the day today. Don't hold it against me. It's just not a good business model to do a business that doesn't make any money. But then I know you got a Trifold in your car. You should have the Fifth Amendment cop card. They should have, as soon as the cop pulled them over, they should have immediately invoked their Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. They didn't.
That's suspicion because it's very odd for somebody to be driving around in a circle around the same block.
That's not a crime.
It's reasonable suspicion.
Another cop in the other window. These guys are thugs, man.
What's your name, badge number?
How you doing? You got ID? I see it.
I don't need to ID.
Okay.
What's your name, badge number?
What's yours?
What's my badge number?
See, this is the point. Now, I'm not hacking this guy because he's doing activism. He's out filming cops, and I appreciate that. But he shouldn't be speaking for himself. He should be using his phone and his card. And he should say, oh, you want my ID? 1 second, officer. It says right here on this card that I got from a constitutional law scholar that I don't have to give you my ID unless there's probable cause. Do you have probable cause? Because if you don't have probable cause, then what's going on? Because I don't got to give you my ID. Now, is Hibble wrong? Is this card incorrect, officer? Because if the card's incorrect, then I'm going to have to go to jail because the guy who made the card, he's a constitutional law scholar, and he told me that I got this card for $10. I bought this card just for this moment right here. The reason why I have the card in my hand is so when a jackboot thug pig like you came up to me and said, give me your ID, and I know there's no probable cause, I could show you this card. And then Chille, the guy on the channel DeleteLawZ, said he'll bail me out of jail and he'll help me sue you. So is he lying? Peter donated 5 memberships, everybody. Peter, good to see you, April. Peter Pumpkin Eater, Peter Burke donated 5 memberships, everybody. Get a membership from Peter. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate you, man. You got to have the card. You have to use the card. I mean, you have to use the card. It'll help you so much.
How you doing tonight?
What's your name and badge number? Identify. Part of your policy to identify, clown.
Clown. I love it.
This is an illegal stop.
Can you get that light out of my face, please?
No, you
Thank
get your light out of my fucking face, dude.
No, I'm not going to get my light out of your face.
What's your name and badge number? Ellis? B. Ellis?
Take that light out of my face. I can't see.
Oh, no.
Oh, isn't that funny? Oh, isn't that funny? He doesn't want the light in his face, but he could so easily shine it in your face. We should all start to do it.
Ellis? B. Ellis?
Take that light out of my face. I can't see.
Oh, no.
But why do you have to be able to see? You're not a superior human to me. I'm more of a man than you are, you pig.
Oh, I can't see.
All right,
Don't fucking touch me.
don't put that light in my
Don't
face.
Get the light out of my face then.
fucking touch me, dude.
Put that light
You're harassing him. You stopped him for no reason.
out of
You're
my
a clown, bro.
face. Get that
You're a
light out of
fucking
my
clown.
face.
You're a fucking clown.
What police department is this?
You're a fucking clown. Get out of here, dude.
Exactly. Roll the window up. You don't have to talk to him if you're the passenger. They can order you out of the car. That doesn't mean you have to talk to them.
What's your name and badge number, punk?
My badge number is 640.
Hill.
640.
And the reason for the stop is what?
I already told you twice.
Because we're
And,
suspicious.
and look what she did. She gave ID because if you're behind the wheel of the car and the cops pull you over and you don't give the ID, the frickin' judge will rule against you.
It's reasonable suspicion for the detention.
Bullshit.
You can have your opinion, but I understand the law.
I know the law, bud.
No, you don't know the law, obviously. This is a Terry stop. This is a Terry stop. You don't know the law, my friend. They can stop you under a pretextual stop under Wren, WHREN, Wren versus the United States. That's where this comes from. I'm going to go right back to where we were. Like I said, Wren, 1996, right here. Here's the law. Can they pull you over? Can they pull you over and demand your ID based on a pretextual idea that you're doing something wrong, based merely on their suspicion? The answer is yes. I don't agree with it. It's unconstitutional. Wren versus United States is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. So remember, they were driving in a circle and they said that looks suspicious. This is 1995. Wren and Brown were driving in a high crime area. Some plainclothes pigs were patrolling the neighborhood in an unmarked car when they noticed Wren and Brown sitting in a truck at an intersection stop for an unusually long time. Suddenly, without signaling, see, there's supposed to be a traffic infraction in Wren for you to be able to pull someone over on a pretext that you're suspicious. I didn't hear of a traffic violation, so this is an unconstitutional stop that we're watching here. Wren turned his truck and sped away without signaling. Observing this traffic violation, the officers approached the truck. When they approached the vehicle, the officers saw Wren was holding a plastic bag of chemicals. Wren and Brown were arrested on federal chemical charges. Before trial, they moved to suppress the evidence, contending that the pigs used traffic violation as a pretext. The pigs used a traffic violation as a pretext. So they did this so the Supreme Court's going to justify it for everybody. For stopping the truck because they lacked either reasonable suspicion or probable cause to stop them on a suspicion of selling chemicals. The district court denied the motion to suppress and convicted the petitioners. The Court of Appeals affirmed it. The Supreme Court granted certiorari. Did the officers conduct an unreasonable search and seizure in violation of the Fourth Amendment? Every single one of them, no. They can stop you based on a pretextual idea in their mind. Oh, they have to say there's a traffic violation, but they can get a traffic. The unanimous court held that as long as pigs have reasonable cause to believe a traffic violation occurred, they may stop any vehicle in the present case. The pigs had reasonable cause to stop the petitioners for a traffic violation since they sped away from a stop sign at an unreasonable speed. That wasn't happening in this video. And without using their turn signal. Thus, since an actual traffic violation occurred, the ensuing search and seizure of the offending vehicle was reasonable. Remember, the Fourth Amendment's all a reasonable standard. Regardless of what other personal motives the officers, regardless of what other personal motivations the pigs had. Doesn't matter what the pigs wanted to do, that they can stop you for any reason, they can stop you for stopping the vehicle. Furthermore, the court rejected the claim that the anxiety and confusion and the haste which the petitioners experienced in the stop and search outweighed the government's interest in traffic safety. I mean, these black robe tyrants are disgusting. The court rejected the claim that the anxiety, confusion, and haste which the petitioners experienced from the stop and search outweighed the government's interest in traffic safety. What a load of shit. While the Fourth Amendment does require a balancing test between search and seizure benefits and the harm it might cause to the individuals, such a test only applies to unusually harmful searches and seizures. There was nothing unusually harmful about this traffic stop. Bullshit. Absolute and total bullshit.
To the
What a bunch of
channel.
shit.
Here,
Kenny,
I do. Ooh, that's bright.
What's the reason for the stop?
like I told you, it's reasonable suspicion because it's very odd for somebody to be driving around in a circle around the same
Everybody,
block.
welcome critical climbers to Team DLZ. If you're new here, thanks for coming. Team DLZ, we are a strong team. The people here are dedicated to justice and change.
It's not a crime.
It's reasonable suspicion.
What's your name, badge number?
What are you doing? You got ID? I see it.
I don't need to ID.
Okay.
What's your name, badge number?
What's yours?
What's my badge number?
How you doing tonight?
What's your name and badge number? Identify.
Oh.
Part of your policy to identify, clown. This is an illegal stop.
Can you get that light out of my face, please?
No, you
Thank
get your light out of my fucking face, dude.
No, I'm not going to get my light out of your face.
What's your name and badge number? Ellis? B. Ellis?
Take that light out of my face. I can't see.
Oh, no. I can't see.
All right, Hamlet.
Don't fucking touch me.
Don't put that light in my
Don't
face.
fucking touch me, dude.
Put that light out of
You're
my
a clown, bro.
face. Get that
You're a
light out of
fucking
my
clown.
face.
You're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown. Get out of here, dude.
Critical climbers, go to DeleteLawZ.com to get your Trifold. Or if somebody else in here buys a Trifold right now and you don't have the $25, I'll send it to you for free. Last day of doing this because I hasn't been successful business-wise, but the people have supported me, so that's why I'm doing it.
What's your name and badge number, punk?
My badge number is 640.
Hill.
640.
And the reason for the stop is what?
I already told you twice.
Because we're suspicious?
It's reasonable suspicion for the detention.
Bullshit.
You can have your opinion, but I understand the law.
I know the law, bud.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you learn the law?
In order to stop somebody, I need to be, or this person who's driving needs to be committing a traffic infraction.
There's also case law that proves that reasonable suspicion for a detention also classifies a reason to stop somebody and
Right. Under Wren, you can stop somebody on a Terry stop if they're walking. You can't stop their car unless they do a traffic infraction. This jackboot thug pig never said there was a traffic infraction. That means this is an unconstitutional stop. Everybody welcome Hate Clock. What's going on, Hate Clock? And then Matthew, listen, man, today's the last day. Shoot me an email. Go to DeleteLawZ.com. Go to contact. Put your name on there, Matthew Wilgroszki, and I'll send you a Trifold for free because I guarantee you someone during this live stream will buy a Trifold. So I'm going to give you a Trifold for free. Today's the last day I'm doing it. I have not made any successful business ventures doing it, but I have had a lot of support since I got out of jail 4 days ago. And so that's why I'm doing it. I want you to get a Trifold in your car, brother. There's no barrier to entry. You don't have to have money. You don't have to give me a dime, dude. My goal is to get a Trifold in every car in America. Because I want you to, this whole conversation they're doing shouldn't have happened. He should have immediately pleaded. And by the way, here's the law. If he wanted the passenger to get out of the car, get out passenger. That's going to be Arizona versus Johnson and Maryland versus Wilson. The thing you have to remember that if they're ordering you out of the car and you are the passenger in a car, you're the passenger in a car, then that means if he's ordering you out, the spirit of the law is for officer safety. As a passenger, the cop may allege numerous reasons for fearing their safety due to your presence. Exiting is a minimal intrusion. Refusal risks jail or harm. Exit with your hands up while filming. State, I identify as good citizen. I invoke my First and Fifth Amendment rights. No consent to searches or seizures. That's what you want to do. If they're ordering you out of the car as the passenger, that jackboot thug pig is now claiming, without saying it, that he believes that you're armed and presently dangerous. Not just armed. He believes that you're armed and presently dangerous. When you go to the jackboot thug pig judge suckers, the black robe tyrants in every single court in America, they're going to side with the cop that the officer's safety was in danger. this kind of just reading this stuff off makes my blood boil.
Nope. Wrong.
Sir, I'm very right. I've been to court on it several
You're
times.
very right.
Yes. So that is why I stopped you, is the reasonable suspicion of the illegal activity possibly going on.
Illegal activity, driving
I'm
around.
talking to her, not you.
No,
Especially
you're
with
talking to me
this
right now.
area. No, I'm not.
Everybody welcome Matthew.
This
Yep.
area being a high crime area and a narcotics area.
Bullshit.
That's the exact same tenets of Wren. I read it to you, but there's no traffic violation, so it's an unconstitutional stop.
On around here.
And
That's why. So
wrong.
people circle this
No, he's
area,
right.
wrong.
And responded to shootings and stabbings in this area of town.
That doesn't give you that doesn't
So them driving, listen to the equation he's giving here. That you driving around in a circle with a woman in the driver's seat.
Area.
Bullshit.
So on around here.
and
That's why. So
wrong.
people circle this area.
wrong.
And responded to shootings and stabbings in this area of town.
You've responded to shootings and stabbings in every area of town. That's a load of shit on a stick, brother.
That doesn't give you that does not give you a reason to pull us over.
The block leads me to believe that you guys might be out here to commit a crime or go after.
We're here filming.
That is ridiculous. He has to have a singular articulable fact. That is bullshit. That's a pure hunch, which is what Terry versus Ohio says you can't have. You have to have a singular articulable fact of criminality. Driving in a circle around a block is not a singular articulable fact of criminality. This is an unconstitutional stop. Ridiculous.
You clowns.
Okay.
We're here filming
That's
you
why I
clowns.
Okay.
So you can have your opinion. I would just explain to her the entire reason for the stop. I'm very well within my rights to stop you.
Yeah.
So you guys have a good day and have a good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Too.
You're dismissed, punk. You're dismissed, punk.
He stopped. The stop's over. He
You're
can get out all he wants.
What? The traffic stop's over, right?
Yep. Traffic stop's over.
right? Yeah.
Okay. That's right. He said you're free to go. If you're free to go, you're free to stay. He can get out and tell them to suck his middle finger.
To move around wherever the fuck I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's freedom. It's called, and now he's going to put the light in his face.
Dismissed.
Look at
I
that.
appreciate it.
Back to work.
I am doing my job.
No, you're
Yeah.
not. You're being a jackboot thug pig tyrant. Look at this. Look at they're wearing all black. Look how they're wearing all black. All black. They're skull and crossbones, black hat. When I'm governor, it changes. All the costumes will be white and yellow. All the cars will have reflectors on them. There'll be no more hiding on the side of the street. We'll spend our time and money on rights protectors investigating the victims of crime. That's what has to happen. Why are we spending our time and money, these jackboot thug pigs, pulling people over who are driving on a road doing nothing wrong? And we've given these pigs autonomy. They're free to do whatever they want. They don't have 24/7 cam with someone watching in a control center that says, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Go find crime, real crime in progress. It's such a joke. Our system is so bad. It has to change.
And you are free to leave and go back to Martinez based upon your hat.
I'm free to stand right fucking here and film you two clowns.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. What's your badge number, by the
Stay
way?
out of the roadway, please.
What's your
Nope,
badge
that's
number?
not true.
I already told you.
No, you didn't tell me.
Okay, so he doesn't have to stay out of the roadway. Specifically in the 2019 case of Nivens versus Bartlett, Neil Gorsuch in his dicta will say that if the cop tries to arrest you for jaywalking when he's obviously protesting police, that would be a retaliatory arrest and these cops would lose their qualified immunity and this man could sue those pigs. So if you say on camera, I'm protesting police like that, then they can't arrest you for some minor secondary crime. I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but I was pulled over in Nevada for a U-turn. And when the guy pulled me over for a U-turn, I told him to go suck an egg. And I was waiting for them to arrest me. So I'm going to sue them anyway because they touched me. Cop touches me, I sue them. The 2019 case of Nivens versus Bartlett clearly states, Neil Gorsuch clearly states in the dicta when they're talking about the case, that if the cop arrests you for stepping in the street, and Neil Gorsuch actually uses the crime of jaywalking, and says if the police arrest you when you're actively protesting police for a minor secondary crime like jaywalking, is exactly what Neil Gorsuch says, that is a retaliatory arrest. The cops lose qualified immunity, and that would open them up to civil litigation.
Your badge number.
I did actually.
Ellis,
While
what's your
you're-
badge number?
While you're still seated in
You
the
want to
car.
talk over here on the curb?
What's your
You gotta
badge
go to the
number?
sidewalk, sir.
You see, he's trying to tell him where to go, where to stand.
Mine's 855. Why don't you get out of-
855. Thank you so much
why
for
don't you get out
finally
of- why don't you get out of the
identifying.
roadway here, huh?
Thank
You're
you
in the
so
road.
much for finally identifying.
But the emergency lights are on and the cop car is blocking him from any traffic, so he's not violating the law.
The light's in your face. What are you going to do?
Sir, I need you to get back onto the sidewalk, sir.
Oh, no.
That's not true. He does not have to do that.
I'm right in front of your vehicle. I am not a danger.
requesting
I'm not
you-
in danger. And guess what? The Supreme Court has already ruled that you are not responsible for my safety. So you might want to do your job, get back in your car, put your seatbelts on, drive away, and go to the next stop.
I'm ensure that you are safely allowed to pull away from this incident.
I'm going to stand right here until you guys get back in your car.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Civil disobedience, public civil disobedience. So you guys know today's the last day I can do this because without guys coming in and donating over the past few days, I would have lost my shirt. I had to have a conversation with my business mentor last night and tell him, look, man, the people donated. I've covered the cost of this. We didn't lose money. He said, Chille, you're not making money. You have to make money. You're a business. I said, I know that, but I have a mission too. My mission is to get a trifold in every car in America. That's my mission. And he said, Chille, do you want me to mentor you? Do you want me to teach you? I said, yes, I do. But at the same time, I got to get a trifold in every car, bro. I got OCD about this. It keeps me up at night that someone doesn't have a trifold and they're not invoking their Fifth Amendment right and they're talking. And when I see their video and they're getting beat up, it literally sometimes brings me to tears and gives me anxiety and my blood pressure palpitates and I can just feel it. I can, it's like, why are you talking to these pigs? Your Fourth Amendment is gone. It's dead. It was stripped away in Terry versus Ohio. It's gone. The reasonableness standard, the Fourth Amendment is the right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. And no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation. So it's right here along the bottom. You can't, oh, dang it, you can't see it. The Fourth Amendment's right along the bottom. The Fourth Amendment is the right of the people to be secure of unreasonable searches and seizures. It's the right of the people. Fourth Amendment is based on a reasonableness standard. The reasonableness now is based on some jackboot thug pig who could barely get through tire retreading school. And that guy's going to decide that he has reasonable suspicion of you because they use the word reasonable suspicion. But you're seeing these jackboot thug pigs are absolute morons. They're absolute morons. You're seeing it. So my goal is to get a trifold in every single press with rankers in the room, everybody. Press with rankers in the room. Good to see you, press. My goal is to get a trifold in every car in America. And if you contact me, even if I'm completely spent and I can't send these out for free, I'll email you a PDF for free that you could print out 10 copies and give to all your friends and family. You got to get a trifold in your car. You have to plead the Fifth Amendment. I send with you with the ones you buy, or I give it to you for free if I can. I send this broccoli wad rubber band. Everything goes up in your visor. Everything goes up in your visor. Your camera goes in your other hand. You are never going to reach because everything you need is right here. Never reach around a pig. Did you see these two jackboot thug pigs? $300,000 a year. They would kill you in 2 seconds flat. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm right. They would kill you in 2 seconds flat. They would blow your head off without even thinking twice about it, get a paid vacation, and then tell all their friends and family, yeah, I had to kill that guy back in 2024. He reached. I thought I saw a gun in his glove box. It ended up just being a glasses case, but I thought for sure it was a gun, and I killed that guy. Do you have trial for that, uncle? Yeah, I did. And the judge found in my favor that it was justifiable because he was reaching, and any reasonable person saw the edge of the glasses case. It looked like a gun. I got away with it. I mean, I didn't mean to. I mean, he's dead. I mean, his life is over. I mean, his whole family's ruined. I mean, I was off work for 1.5 years, but I was paid for that. What'd you do? We went to Florida. And then we went over to Belize, and then I went through South America for a little while, trying to clear my head because I had to murder somebody because he reached in his glove box and I mistaked the glasses case as being a gun. Are you better now? I think I'm better now. I think I can go back to work. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm telling the truth. Put a 1 in the chat if this is a fact. These pigs will murder you in 2 seconds flat.
It's on. Drive away and go to the next stop.
I'm ensure that you are safely allowed to pull away from this incident.
I'm going to stand right here until you guys get back in your car.
Chevy! What's going on, Playboy?
Guys. This is Vacaville PD, guys.
And he's annoyed that he can't annoy the guy and the guy's going to annoy him back. Just watch this pig right here. Just watch. I'm turning off the sound. Look at the body language. Look how annoyed he is that he doesn't get to harass somebody without getting it right back. He said.
We got Ellis and Hill, 2 clowns. This guy pulled us over because he said we're driving around and look suspicious. So that's a reason to stop the vehicle.
I already explained it to your driver.
Yeah. Mind your business, bro. Why don't you go to a stop? Why don't you go pull someone over that's actually committing a traffic infraction?
Right.
What you were doing is very suspicious.
Right, but that's not a constitutional stop. That is not a constitutional stop. Wren versus United States is very specific. The justices on the judges, the personnel on the Supreme Court stated that because Wren sped off in an unsafe manner and didn't use his blinker, it was a justifiable stop based on the pretext that they believed they were doing something wrong. There was no traffic violation here. This was an unconstitutional stop. So the man who's being the auditor and the cop, they're both a little bit wrong. The cop's way wrong, but the auditor is a little bit wrong. He doesn't understand that the cops can pull you over based on suspicion if you commit a traffic infraction.
Business, bro. Why don't you go to a stop? Why don't you go pull someone over that's actually committing a traffic infraction?
He's right there. This is an unconstitutional stop. This is outside the boundaries of Wren. Had he pushed it and gotten arrested, he would have won the case.
What you were doing is very suspicious.
It doesn't matter if it's very suspicious. You have to have a singular articulable fact of criminality.
That's not a crime. Suspicion is not a crime. It's not a reason to pull somebody over.
Reasonable suspicion allows us to stop vehicles to ensure that they're not committing or going to commit a crime.
That's ridiculous. That is not it at all. He doesn't understand the tenets of Terry. He doesn't understand the tenets of Wren. The cop is stupid.
It's not true.
There's a shocker.
The driver of your vehicle was doing was suspicious.
Yeah, we did that on purpose so you would pull us over like an idiot.
So you're intentionally driving in a suspicious manner to draw police officers' attention. Do you understand how that would be a non-violation of the
blah 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 blah? Dude, you're wasting tax dollars. Get in your fucking vehicle and drive away. Let's
Actually,
go.
You are causing the waste of tax dollars by continue this conversation instead of getting in your vehicle and leaving.
I don't have to leave.
I don't either.
You don't either? You're being paid to be a law enforcement officer.
That's correct, and I am enforcing the law.
What law?
I told your driver what I
and
was doing.
What's the vehicle code?
I got you, Jason. Dude, thank you, man. YouTube gives us half of the super chat money, but that's enough to cover shipping and handling, Jason. I got you, dude. If you put your Jason Masterson in, I got you. I'll send you out what do you want? You wanted a Trifold and cop cards? I'll give you both, bro. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for being here during this live stream.
The reasonable suspicion for the stop.
Quote the vehicle code.
It was a reasonable
California vehicle code. What is it?
It was a reasonable suspicion stop, as I
so
explained.
No California vehicle code.
As I explained
exactly
to your driver.
So no vehicle code.
As I explained to your driver, is a reasonable suspicion. So you have a good night, sir.
Goodbye. Put your seatbelts on, okay?
You too. I would hate for anybody to get injured.
He made them drive away first. Way to go, auditor.
Sir, you need to take that light out of my face.
It's not in your face.
It's so funny. They can shine the light in our face.
But put your seatbelt on. Seatbelt.
I love it. I love it. Just so you know, as governor, I'll change the policy. You can shine your light at somebody. You shine the light at their hands. You shine the light at their shoulders to see if they're going to throw a punch. You shine the light at their waistband to see if they have a weapon. You don't shine a light in someone's face. as governor, I'll change the policy. If you violate the policy, you lose your job. It takes one governor in one state, and you could completely change policing across America. That's why the goal is to run for governor. And that's why the goal is to win the governorship. Not as a Republican, not as a Democrat, but as an independent. Because Republicans and Democrats have given the body cam footage to the cops. In the Massachusetts state legislature, those are mostly Democrats. Who has the body cam footage in Massachusetts? The cops. Did that happen 10 years ago? No, we owned the body camera 10 years ago. Now you got to get the body camera footage from the cops. They can edit it, delete it, alter it, take the sound out, turn the sound down, take a chunk of video out. Oh, you don't need to see this part. In the North Carolina legislature, mostly Republican, who gave the body cam footage to the cops? The Republicans. In Texas, a mix of Republicans and Democrats. In Colorado, a mix. In Michigan is 50-50. Michigan, the state of Michigan, is so hardcore, 50-50 Democrat, Republican, 50-50 gun rights, 50-50 First Amendment. Michigan is one of those states that, man, one person going to the other side is like, oh my God, we're losing our majority. In Michigan, Republicans and Democrats together both signed on to bills that gave the cops the body cam footage. I'm running as an independent. I will not support either one of these jackboot thug pig sucking parties.
12. Good job.
Sir, you need to get away from this car.
Put your seatbelt on.
He does not have to get away from the car. That's our car, pig.
Get away from the car.
Put your seatbelt on.
It's an officer safety issue. You need to get away.
No, there's no law. Officer
Once
safety.
again, he's invoking Terry versus Ohio, saying officer safety. What a beta male. What a beta male. Little tiny beta male.
Get on the
law.
sidewalk. Get on the
Officer
sidewalk.
safety is not a law.
Get on
Put
the
your
sidewalk.
fucking seatbelt on, clown.
Get on the sidewalk.
God, you're an idiot. Put your seatbelt on.
Get on the sidewalk, sir.
Come on, there you go. Officer safety. Put your seatbelt on.
I understand
You
that.
know, 95% of officer deaths are from traffic accidents,
I
right?
know. That's why we have the below 100.
Good job. I'm so glad you put it on. Now you're going to be safe.
Now, I know it may not seem like it because in the end, nothing much happens.
You put it on. Now you're going to be safe. They're from traffic accidents. There you go. On.
Get on the sidewalk.
God, you're an idiot. Put your seatbelt on.
Get on the sidewalk, sir.
Come on, there you go. Officer safety. Put your seatbelt on.
I understand that.
You know, 95% of officer deaths are from traffic accidents,
I
right?
know. That's why we have the below 100.
Good job. I'm so glad you put it on. Now you're going to be safe.
Now, I know it may not seem like it because in the end, nothing much happens, but you would be crazy to think that police officers.
So you guys know how I'm always talking about pigtails. You guys know who I'm always talking about pigtails. Who's in the chat? Can I get an OTVO? Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Can you do that for me? Can you put OTVO in the chat? April's here. Mingo, Wingo. I know about Scott Price, buddy. I wish I could get there and help you. Maybe someday I'll get over to PA and I'll be able to help you in person. Ms. Constitutional Rights is here. Good to see you. I am God. Jeff Toman is here. What's going on, Anthony? Mikey B. What's going on, Mikey B? Bruce. Claudette. Press with Rancor, my buddy. SWE Observer. This guy's a real G. We've talked on the phone once or twice. Real G. Real good guy. Dave Hall is here. Chris Alderson is here. What is going on, everybody? Brian is here. What is going on? Sacramento Line. Linny, is that what it is? Oh, I know it. I totally agree with you. Denny is here. So you guys know how I'm always talking about female coppers. Well, you know what? I finally figured out what's going on. The coppers, here they are. Here's the female. I got to kill the music because the copyright. But here's the NYPD dancers, everybody. The NYPD dancers. Good thing we got the NYPD dancers, man. Look at the moves. Look at the moves by the NYPD dancers. The most uncoordinated, ridiculous group. Oh my God, what the? She forgot to go down, that one over there. Oh, I see. The ones on the end don't go down. I get it. The NYPD dancing coppers, everybody. Oh my. Oh my God. Is anybody else laughing? I mean, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the silliest thing I think I've ever seen. And it would be one thing. What the hell is this? They can't even face the same way. She's facing this way. She's facing this way. They can't even do the moves together, even remotely close. So what's the move here, by the way? The move's supposed to be an arm sweeping thing where you sweep it across. This one over here just doesn't do it at all. And this one over here is just in her own world. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hold it against me. I'm human. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything funnier than that. That is the stupidest looking shit I've ever seen. What the hell? This chick in the middle. Watch her face. Watch. Oh, God. Oh. There's the finale. There's the finale. Oh, no, no, no. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Having a Nazi more.
Hold on a second. Just let me just take a break here. Hold on a second. My face hurts from my teeth surgery. My face all puffy. I look weird. I know I do. I'm sorry. I haven't exercised in 4 or 5 days. No exercise, so there's no flow of blood going through my body. And my face is puffy, and I'm just going to look funny, but we don't stop. It doesn't matter if you look a little funny. You just saw the pigs can dance around in their pig costumes, and they have no problem with it, but my face hurts from laughing just now. I'm going to look a little awkward for the next week or two as my face heals and I can't exercise at all. I can't bring my body core temperature up because I got implants put into my teeth, into my jawline. And so I can't do any exercise, can't bring my body temperature above 97 degrees. So I exercise every day typically, and I don't get to. So I'm going to look a little weird. You guys are just going to have to deal with it. So who got a trifold? Did anybody get a trifold during the live stream? Let me see if anybody got a trifold. I want to give away a bunch of trifolds today. I'm doing this thing where when I look in the back end of the store and I see if you bought a trifold for full price, then I give away a trifold to somebody who needs one that can't afford the $25. And I raised the price $5 so that I could cover the shipping and handling for the other person because it requires someone to put it in an envelope and stamp it and take it down to the mail. So let me see how many trifolds I got going out today. This is the last day I'm doing this because my business mentor writ me a new one. He was nice about it, but he was like, Chille, it was a long conversation. Not really, but when you're on pain pills and you're tired. Yeah. So Michael Letnick, Michael got a trifold. And so I'm going to send out another trifold to someone else. And then Todd King, I think that's a hoodie. So Todd King, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but with your hoodie, We Don't Stop hoodie, I send you a trifold and a cop card with that. So that you'll get that with it. And then Michael Wilson, I don't know what you ordered. I don't think that's a trifold, but it's enough where I can give a trifold away. It's $26. So I'll give a trifold to someone else in your name, Michael Wilson. Sean Thompson, I'm going to give a trifold away in your name. Ryan Eldridge, I'm going to give away a trifold in your name today. And then Gambit Phillips, I'm going to give away a trifold in your name today. And then Javier Bees and April Bass, I'm going to give away a trifold in your name today as well. And then I have one more, Russ Hempel. And then I think Norman and William tried to order something, but I think they ordered, make sure you guys get the one I shipped to you. Don't get the print at home one. We'll check on that. Make sure. All right, let's get into this next video. Thank you guys. I'm going to send out trifolds to people in your names today. I've given away literally 200, 300 trifolds, like actual full-on trifolds with the broccoli wad rubber band to at least 200 people over the last 3 days, at least 200 people who contacted me through my website. You put your name exactly proper. Today's the last day. I can't give away another 100 today, but I can give away 30, 30 more. I want to get a trifold in every car. That's my goal. So if you don't have the $25, if you could buy a $9 print at home one, that covers my shipping. That would be great. And then just put a note in there or go to contact on DeleteLawZ.com. Just because I'm dealing with my business mentor breathing down my neck. But so today's last day. So if you're watching this, brother, today's last day. Don't be mad at me. Today's the last day, bro. Today's the last day I'm doing it.
They are literally having a Nazi march. Here in downtown Nashville. White supremacists talking about white supremacist neo-Nazism, talking about deporting folks and just racial hatred. This is what we're seeing here in Nashville.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm looking at this all across the internet, and I saw this one today in Bad Cop No Donut, and you got to see this. This is insane. And we try to make sure that cop gets 4 years for selling chemical to children at school while on duty from his cruiser. This is the level and kind of people that Cope Dog and Dog. What's up, Playboy? Cope Dog and Dog is in the hizzy. What's up, Cope Dog? So if you guys don't know, I was in Ironton, Ohio in March of 2022. If you haven't seen the series called American Patriot, one of the moderators, please drop the link for American Patriot. If you guys have not watched the series American Patriot, you're really missing out on why the country met me and knows who I am, because I went to this place called Ironton, Ohio. When they wrongfully arrested me and I went to court, this man right here showed up. This man right here drove several hours to come and support me in court, and I only had a couple people there. The rest of the courtroom was against me. The statist side of the court, the people who were for me, the half of the town that was for me, they didn't show up. And Cope Doggy Dog drove in several hours to sit next to me in court. You'll always have my admiration and my respect for you supporting me when there was nobody else there for me. And I'm grateful, Cope. All right, so let's get into it now. Cop gets 4 years for selling chemicals to children in Maine. In a case involving one of Maine's worst cases of police corruption, a former candidate for Washington County Sheriff who worked as a pig in eastern coastal Maine for nearly 20 years was sentenced to 4 years in prison on chemical charges. Jeffrey Bishop originally faced 35 years after he gave opioid pills to a teenage girl in a parking lot of a high school in Harrington. Police also found more than a dozen stolen firearms at his house in Cherryfield. In a deal with the state attorney general's office, Bishop pleaded guilty in August to 14 felony charges ranging from drug trafficking and furnishing to stealing drugs to multiple counts of receiving stolen guns. The other 21 charges, many theft counts related to the guns, were dismissed. Bishop arrived a few minutes early to his 8:30 sentencing and prayed in the parking lot with his family before going inside to the courthouse. During his sentencing, he told Justice Robert Mullins that he was nervous. Bishop had to stop a couple times to compose himself as he addressed the judge. I'm here today to accept what I need to do. I stand before you very humble and a very broken man. I guess, though, he wasn't really thinking about that when he was peddling chemicals to kids in uniform in his patrol car. I guess he wasn't really considering those things at that time, but now we feel bad for him. Bishop was arrested 2021. Less than a week after he retired from the Calais Police Department after he was seen giving chemicals to a 17-year-old girl in a parking lot of Nagaris High School in Harrington. The chemicals, which were inside an unmarked prescription bottle, include 20 acetaminophen and hydrocodone pills and 3 baggies of chemical, a synthetic opioid 100 times more potent than other chemical. I got to be careful what I say because YouTube will ban my video. The chemicals were intended for the girl's mother, who Bishop sometimes traded drugs for sex. I'm sorry. What did this say? He gets 4 years? This pig gets 4 years? He's got dozens of stolen firearms. He's peddling drugs to children. He's sleeping with women and trading them sex favors for chemicals. He gets 4 years. How many years would you get? Put the number in the chat. How many years would you get if you had dozens of stolen firearms, you were peddling drugs to children, you were trading sex for favors? How many years would you get in the can? How many years would you get? I just want to know. What do you guys think? How many years would you get? I'm going to say I would get 21 years. I think I'd get 21 years. Who thinks you'd get 21 years? I think I'd get 21 years. That is just unfreaking believable. That is unfreaking believable. Man, that Nazi video from Tennessee is going all over the place. Let me see if this is too vicious. Okay, I can't show it. It's too vicious. You know how YouTube China is. They won't let me show this. It's just, if I show this video right here, all my streams are pretty much demonetized. But I mean, let me read some numbers here. What do I got here? 100 years, Brotherly said. Carl said 35. SWE said 104. 40 years, 20 years. Life, Mingo Wingo. Scott Price would definitely try to give you life in prison for you doing something wrong. Wow, just incredible. What we're seeing that these cops are getting away with is absolutely so disgusting. So disgusting. Do you guys want to see a cop training session? Let me show you a cop training session here. Let me show you how the cops train to try to be alphas. Which, I do feel bad because I'll tell you the truth. You're born with what you're born with. You're born with what you're born with.
Are you touching me? Are you touching me? Are you touching me? Get the fuck off me! Get the fuck off me! I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Police training.
In the tub, every one of you.
Police training.
Here's why. Are you touching me? Are you touching me? Are you touching me? Get the fuck off me! Get the fuck off me! I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. All get in the fucking tub. In the tub, every one of you.
The Force Review has a video that came out today. Let's check out the Force Review.
Here's why. Here's why.
Now you just had a wreck. Yeah. Break glass. Get out the car. Get out. Get out. Tires are flat.
Why would that guy put himself between two cars and hold his arms out? How stupid is this guy? See the guy in the blue here? How stupid is he? When there's a car coming and it's going to squish you like a sandwich between two cars. What? He doesn't think that the car can push his arms and crush him between the two cars? Is he stupid? He must be a cop.
Oh. Come on.
Why do they sound like they're just so stupid, these Southern cops? Why do they sound like such morons? I just can't even get my head around it. Why does he sound so stupid? Come on, let's go get him. Listen to how heavy the pig is breathing because he's so fat and out of shape. We don't hire anybody who's worth a damn to be a pig. No good person will sign up to be a pig. Listen to him. That's not me on the mic. That's him. How about walking up and opening her door? Try that. Oh, yeah. Ram the car, you moron. And incite her more. Way to go. Listen to him breathing.
Yeah.
Did you see him tap, tap, tap? Did you see his little tap, tap, tappy? Watch this, cop. When you have the little metal thing in your hand, you got to pop the window. You got to pop it. What? I need the window to break. I'm hunting wabbit. I need the window to break. I mean, I feel like hell from not working out for 4 or 5 days in a row because I had surgery on my face. I couldn't imagine being a fat pig in a car who never works out and just eats donuts all day. And this beta male pig, you saw the alpha male training. And then just so you guys know, I don't have one on my keychain, but there is a window breaking device. It's a little tip like this, not my thing here. And the way you take it is you put it in your palm like this, and you have the tip stick out like this, and then you hit the window. You pop it with your fist, and the window will shatter. It happens fast. Criminals do it all the time. It's a little tiny thing. It's got a little arrow on it, and you pop the window with your fist. But you got to pop it. And look at this dumb jackboot thug pig. Look how stupid he is. Look what a moron this guy is. He doesn't know how to use a window breaker. He hasn't been trained, I guess. Watch him the first time. It's not going to work with your fingertips, bud.
She's not going to make it far. Go.
That guy's still labored breathing in the car. Pigs are so stupid. Why don't they back? It's so ridiculously stupid. If you take your car and you back it in with your trunk into her radiator, the car will overheat in a matter of minutes. You use the trunk of your car to back into the front of her car. It'll pop the radiator. The car won't run in a few minutes. It'll die. But they're morons. It's just absolutely stupid. Yeah, brotherly boldly said he needs a breathing machine. It sounds like he does. It sounds like he's so out of shape. You're talking about fat Georgia cops. I tell you what, I'll get out the car. Come over there. Just playing bumper cars for no reason. That's not going to stop her. Now back your car into the front of her car. It'll stop the car. There you go. Now box her in, pigs. Box her in. He's hitting it with the palm of his hand. You use a stick, you break the window.
I got in the car. Give me some help over here. I got you.
Sir.
Ma'am. We got it.
I know I'm buckled, sir. I know I'm buckled, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it, sir.
You just tried to kill 10 people.
No, I didn't.
You just tried to kill 10 people.
Sir.
Alex, what's
No. Sir, stop. Sir, I didn't do it. Stop. No. What have you done? Stop. Stop. I didn't do it.
It won't fit. It won't fit. Get it. Make it fit.
Make it fit.
Stop.
Wow.
I did not do it. I did not do whatever you guys are talking about.
No, you're crazy, lady.
I did not do anything you guys are talking about.
But look how strapping someone's arms behind their back. They can't do it with 3 men who all have a hold of one woman. It's ridiculous.
I didn't do it.
It won't fit. It won't fit. Get it. Make it fit.
Make it fit. Hurt her. Twist her wrist. Make it hurt.
Stop. I did not do it. I did not do whatever you guys are talking about. I did not do anything you guys even talking about?
You just wrecked 3 police cars.
No, I did not.
And a couple others.
About 3 freaking stop signs ago and started saying that I was driving recklessly and I was not. You could have killed that kid. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You almost killed 3 people. How, lady? What did I do? Don't even ask how. How? You killed 3 people.
Put her in my car.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're good. Thank you.
We're good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys a question. I just want to know here from the look, I'm 49 years old and I still train, I still fight, I still wrestle, still grapple, still do jujitsu. I'm still pretty active. And so I know from the time I've been on the wrestling mat since I was 7 years old, started wrestling when I was 7, that I just want to know how many other men. I know JT Soup. I know JT Soup is with me on this, but I mean, maybe he wouldn't do it. I don't know. But for me personally, if I see you stealing or shoplifting from a store and you're filling up your cart and you're going to walk out the door, or if you go and you just start destroying property in the CVS or Walgreens or the Safeway, Vons, Tom Thumb, wherever you shop at, if I see this happening, being the alpha male that I am, I will stop this. If I see you doing this, I will grab a hold of your ass and toss you on the ground.
Like, come on.
We're here with employees. No, we got the crowd slip. You got it?
Yeah.
I would have no choice but to stop that.
We're here with employees. No, we got the crowd slip. You got it?
Yeah.
And look, the guy was a total coward in the end, ends up laying on his belly. The cop has one hand on the radio, one hand on the guy. I would stop this if I saw this happening in front of me. There would be no way that I wouldn't be able to stop it. Anybody with me on that? I'm just wondering. Anybody else would stop this if they saw this happening? Now he's dragging him by the torture cuffs. And look at the guy, just an itty bitty guy. The guy weighs about 125 pounds. I could beat him up with one arm.
This what y'all want?
Look at him. Look how small his legs are. Look how tiny he is. I'll just tell you right now. If I see you doing that in front of me, I pick up 120 pounds with one arm. I will body slam you, bro. Straight up. If I see you doing this, if I see you stealing property from another person and they don't have the balls to stop you, I got great big huevos down here. I will stop you. I will put my hands on you and I will stop you from destroying someone's property or stealing a bunch of stuff out of CVS. You're not going to do that, jackboot. You're not going to be a freaking criminal in front of me. It's just not going to happen. And if you do, I'll stop you. And I think everybody should have the same thing. Any kind of alpha, any kind of sigma male, especially if you're trained like JT Soup is trained, I'll put you down and I'll hold you down until the cops get there to arrest you. If I see someone beating up a cop, I'll stop them. We have to maintain law and order. Do I hate cops? Oh yeah, I hate them. If I see someone beating up a cop, I'll stop it. We can't go to that. We're better than that. We're for liberty and freedom and justice and truth and transparency. We're not for a lawless society where people beat on one another. We've got to get to a better place. This camera is going to change everything. Remember, I've only been here 2 years. Just wait. Just wait till we really have numbers. Right now, we're just about to hit 500,000. Wait till we hit 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, where we can go and sit in on police departments with 1,000 of us and just shut down their operations for the day. Right here, a big comment from Timothy, so I think I'll read it because he took the time to write it. Police departments around the country are down by 40%. This should make everyone happy. However, do not be surprised if you have an emergency, it takes forever for someone to show up. I don't want to call a cop, Timothy. If at all, this should make everybody excited with joy. Oh, I forgot. Response times are worse than they've been in 5 years. No one bleeds to death, but at least you will have Trifold. Not really sure. I never know. I never do know. I never do.
That's what y'all wanted, right? Y'all want to see a young nigga locked up?
Well, Enna, you said y'all want to see you get an Enna locked up? Well, my friend, my Enna, you're the one who acted like a frickin' criminal. I don't want to see you locked up, bro. I don't think it's going to do you any good. I think it's going to do you worse. I think it's going to do society worse. This is from the Force Review again. Now, as you guys know, I'm going to have to pop out of here in a second.
We're going to send that dog in. Hands. Come in.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Force Review. I'll be your host for the next few minutes. I'm an active patrol officer with 13.
I don't want to hear his spiel because he's a pig.
A homeless liaison officer, shootings, and call 2 and 2 misdemeanors. The felony was for improper handling of a firearm. The misdemeanors were for probation violation and domestic violence.
So improper handling of a firearm. So they go through a firearm and they blow his head off.
Not until I know they're inside.
Yo, D.
I heard something.
Hey, yo, D.
Yeah, I think Tim might be a little bit of a cop sucker. Is that true, Tim? Are you a cop sucker?
Let's talk about arrest warrants. If you have a felony arrest warrant, the police can bust down your door any time of the day or night to serve it. But first, the police need 2 things before they bust down your door. They need reason to believe that you actually live there, and they also need reason to believe that you're actually on the premises right now.
So what have I told you? If the cops come and bang on your door, you don't answer. You don't say a word. You sit down and you shut up. I made a video about this. It's got 6 million views. Listen to what the pig on duty. This is an active pig right here.
But first, the police need 2 things before they bust down your door. They need reason to believe that you actually live there.
They have to think that you're there.
And they also need reason to believe that you're actually on the premises.
And that you're on the premises. If the police beat on your door, come out, wherever you are. Shh, sit down, be quiet, wait. If they don't know you're there, they can't kick the door down. But listen again to how he justifies.
If you have a felony arrest warrant, the police can bust down your door.
Okay. So when I'm governor, there will be a warrant department because I can't cancel the contract that the pigs have with the city or the state. What I can do, though, is I can alter the way the policies and the processes go within that pig department. Any governor in America could do the exact same thing I'm going to tell you now. What I will create is a warrant office. So if you have a felony warrant, it has to go through the warrant office. Then we'll decide whether or not you can bust that door down or not. And guess what? You can't. What you can do is you can set a camera up right outside, put the guy's name and face on it. You can put a camera behind the back of the house and you can put his name on it. But no more raiding people's homes. And why is that? Why am I saying no more raiding people's homes?
Or any time of the day or night right now. But first, they got to give knock-in notice. They knock on your door, announce the police are there, and give you a reasonable time to answer the door.
That is going to be the 1963 case of Kerr versus California. Knock and announce. Heard in 1962, decided in 1963 by the Earl Warren Court, a unanimous decision. Oh, they don't have, okay. Because it's so disgusting, they won't show you exactly what the case says, but I'll show you what it says. It actually says that the police can just knock and announce. So here it is right here. Let me see what you guys can see. Let me open this big for you so you can understand Kerr versus California. The courts long established the recognition that the standards of reasonableness under the Fourth Amendment are not susceptible to Procrustean application is carried away when the amendment blah, 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 blah. The states preclude the petitioner's husband and wife. The state court's conviction and affirmance are based on the facts, while culminated in the petitioner's arrest. Sergeant Cook of the Los Angeles County Pig Department, in negotiations the purchase of chemicals from Tehran, accompanied him to a bowling alley about 7 p.m. Tehran entered into DeSoto and drove off towards the field. Anyway, eventually this is going to say, just so you know, what it's going to say is all the cops need to do is knock, 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 announce, police, 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 and then they can kick your door down. Remember, they have to know you're there, that you live there, and that you're there on the premises. That's what Kerr versus California says, 1963. Now, why is Kerr versus California the law? Why is it the policy of the Supreme Court? In 1961, in a case called Mapp versus Ohio, the Warren Court, Earl Warren, they held that the police could not just enter into your home without a warrant, based on Dolores Mapp versus Ohio, her home being raided based purely on speculation that she had pornography. And so when they raided Dolores Mapp's home, then in 1961, the Supreme Court, a broken clock is right twice a day, they created what's called fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. And this is an extension of the 1914 case called Weeks versus United States, which creates the exclusionary rule. The exclusionary rules means that evidence is going to be excluded from your case if it was obtained illegally or unconstitutionally. That's called the exclusionary rule, Weeks versus United States, 1914. In 1961, to further the doctrine of the exclusionary rule, you got the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine from Mapp versus Ohio that says if the police enter into your home without a warrant, that all the evidence they find is not admissible in court. It's excluded, the carryover from the exclusionary rule from Weeks. The police then decided to petition all up and down the streets in Washington, D.C., everywhere against Earl Warren to get Earl Warren impeached. Earl Warren, the same man who just passed Mapp versus Ohio. So in 1963, when the case of Kerr came before them, this is where they're trying to catch narcotics dealers. They called them narcotics dealers who were dealing Mary Jane, narcotics dealers. And they illegally went into the Kerr's house. They then expanded the rule that all cops could do it. All they had to do was knock, 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 announce they're there. Boom, they could kick your door down. It's a felony warrant. Of course, then it's justified to kick your door down. Why do you think I'm going to create the warrant department when the place that I'm governor? Because that stops all this nonsense. And that's what we have to have. You have to have real leadership. The other day, I said something on one of my community posts. I said that there's no leadership in the Black community politically. Well, let me amend that. Let me amend that and say it another way. There's no leadership politically in the white community. There's no leadership in the brown community. There's no leadership in the Asian community. There's no leadership politically in any white, brown, pink, blue, yellow, orange. There's no leadership in the political sphere for people. There's only leadership in the political sphere for elitists and for big money. And that's what's going on.
And they also need reason to believe that you're actually on the premises right now. But first, they got to give knock-in notice. They knock on your door, announce the police are there, and give you a reasonable time.
My brother is here. Right Way Ministries. This is my brother right here.
To answer the door. About 30 seconds.
Apartment H, come to the door.
So I interrupted, but did you hear what he said? As soon as they announce, they only need 30 seconds after they announce to kick your door down. Listen to what the pig who makes this video says.
Knock-in notice. They knock actually on.
Kerr versus California, 1963, creates knock and notice. He's not listing the case law. The case law that allows this to happen is Kerr versus California, 1963.
Premises right now. But first, they got to give knock-in notice. They knock on your door, announce the police are there, and give you a reasonable time to answer the door. About 30 seconds.
That's Kerr versus California, 1963.
Apartment H, come to the door. It's Columbus Police. Show me your hands. Hands up. Face away from me. Face away from me. Hands up. Walk backwards to me. Who else is in here? Huh?
Oh, shoot.
Okay, turn around. Turn around.
So they put him in torture cuffs.
To the left.
Looking for Donovan. Where's he at?
Whose apartment is this? Who's your homie?
I believe Blue.
Who?
Blue.
How are you, man?
19.
Okay. Why do you stay for me?
Who else is in the apartment?
Have a seat real quick. I got you. Have a seat. Where's the knife?
Huh?
Alan Hubbs is in here.
It's right there, but it's protection.
In his waist, man.
Oh, yeah.
Have a seat. They're saying nobody. Columbus.
Canine unit. You're inside. You'll send out the else in this dog.
As governor, I will ban canine dogs. The only time a canine dog will be used is in an active hostage situation, not for anything else. I will ban canine dogs in the state that I'm governor.
How do you not know?
Come on out.
Pathetic.
Come out now.
Pathetic.
If your warrant involves firearms, violence, or you have a history of firearms or violence, the police are probably going to use a canine to search for you. In this case, Donovan Lewis had the warrant involving a firearm, so the use of a canine was appropriate.
No, it was not, pig. This is a pig making the video. No, it's not appropriate. Because he's that mishandling of a firearm, and the pig's going to go in here and shoot him in the head. Isn't that mishandling of a firearm? They allow a dog bite, just so you guys know, you go to dogbite.org. When a dog bites you, it could take up to $1 million in surgery and skin grafts. And for what? Because he had a gun? He didn't shoot anybody with the gun. You said he mishandled a gun? So someone saw a gun? My gun's right here. If you see it, am I mishandling my gun? They create rules that are perfectly fine for us, but not for them. They could shine the light in your face, but you can't shine it in them. You can't send your attack dog to attack them. It's just such a backwards, stupid system, and it has to be changed.
Yeah, there's somebody back there. That dog's going to bite you if you don't come out.
Actually, the dog doesn't want to bite anybody. So inhumane to send a dog after somebody. So ridiculous.
I'll move up.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Let's talk about that canine handler. He's got to control that dog and watch for any alerts. That's going to take up all his attention. Thus, the canine handler should not have to worry about threats in the room. He should have a dedicated officer to protect him.
Knocking him up.
While the Columbus police are searching this apartment, the canine alerts on a bedroom door, indicating that somebody is inside.
You want to watch that? I'm worried about the back door.
Look at these fat, out of shape, undisciplined pigs.
No.
They're old, they're slow, they're fat.
We're going to send that dog in. Hands. Come in.
They approach the door, and the canine officer, Officer Anderson, opens it. At this point, his cover officer has his gun trained inside the room. Officer Anderson draws his gun, fires a single round, and reholsters his gun. The round strikes Donovan Lewis while he's in bed.
In head.
He doesn't have a gun. He is holding a vape pen.
Crawl out!
Donovan can't crawl out because the bullet hit him in the top of the head. He's actually in the process of dying. They had to get him, though. It was a felony warrant. They had every right to just tap, 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 knock on the door, announce they were there, and then kick it in. And if someone's in there, they put them in torture cuffs too. Hey, you're in the place that we have a felony warrant arrest. So whatever happens to you is justified because it's for officer safety. Terry versus Ohio. We get to tap on your door and knock it in. Kerr versus California, 1963. Are you starting to understand the Supreme Court works against us? Are you starting to figure that out yet? Are you starting to figure out that the unelected Supreme Court that's in charge of our civil liberties, that is the dictator of what civil liberties stand for, that they're the problem? Are you starting to figure that out yet? How many cases have I listed here? Who decides those cases? An unelected body of injustices. Read the book Injustices by Ian Millhiser. You can get it on audiobook. Read the book The Broken Constitution by Noah Feldman. They're audiobooks. You can listen to them both. I've listened to them both several times. Injustices you have to listen to 2 or 3 times because then you have to research the people that know that Ian Millhiser is talking about. We have created a jackboot thug pig system. And it's upheld by the Supreme Court that's supposed to uphold our constitutional rights, but they don't. But they absolutely don't. I got a hard out. I got to get out of here at noon. Today's the last day, guys. Today's the last day. Let me read some more names of people who are getting free trifolds. The last one I have is Michael Letnick. He ordered a trifold, so I'm going to send out a trifold in his name. If you guys get a trifold today, I'm going to give a trifold in your name. Donna Emery bought a trifold. I'm going to give away a trifold in her name. Amber Brown bought a trifold. I'm going to give away a trifold in her name. Robert Butler, I don't think you bought a trifold, but you got enough that I'm going to give away a trifold in your name. And then I have Mark Patrick. Mark Patrick, I don't think you got what you really were trying to get, but I'm going to give away a trifold in your name anyway, because my goal is to get, if you just cover the basic costs, I'll give it to people for free. I don't give a damn about this. I care about running for governor and winning. That's what I care about. I don't give it. My business mentor, I know you're watching. I love you, bro. Thank you for help mentoring me. I care more about getting the trifolds in people's cars. That's what I care the most about. I care mostly that people have the Fifth Amendment cop card in their wallet. You only pull out the yellow and black card, just like your license, just like a visa, when there's a pig in front of you. That's what I care most about. Mr. John Doe, my business mentor, I know you're watching because you told me I have to stop doing this. I get it. I get it. It's the last day, John. It's the last day, brother. So if you guys are so inclined, pick up a trifold, and then anybody who goes to my website, goes to contact on my website, sends me your full name, your mailing address, I'll send you a trifold for free because other people purchased, which allows me to cover the cost of yours. That's the most important thing to me. This is the last day I can do it, or I'm going to lose my John Doe business mentor, and I can't lose him. He's way smarter than me in business. He's better than me. Just like a lot of women are better than me. They're smarter than me. They can do jobs better than me, but they're not physically stronger than me. I have worked for several women in my life. The first woman who I worked for just passed away last year. She just died at her sink. And she was the first person who ever gave me a job. I worked for her. I have nothing but respect and admiration for women. I cherish women like you have no idea. I'm a straight male. So that means I really like them. I really like them. But the idea that women should be cops is absolutely preposterous. The idea that we have an unelected Supreme Court that works against us constantly, that passes laws like policies like Terry versus Ohio, Pennsylvania versus Mims, Kerr versus California, Brinegar versus United States, the Carroll Doctrine from 1925, Graham versus Connor, 1989. These cases are what ruin a free America. The 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. And then after those 7 cases, we could take a look at Pearson versus Ray, 1967, which creates qualified immunity for police. But first, we have to look at the cases where they get to interact with us first without our consent. Kerr versus California, Brinegar versus United States, Terry versus Ohio, Carroll versus United States, Graham versus Connor. Those 5 cases must be looked at before we consider anything else. Graham versus Connor is the use of force policies. We have to take those on. 2001 Atwater versus City of Lago Vista makes anything arrestable, even the tiniest infraction of the law in front of a cop is arrestable, and that's not unreasonable on the reasonableness scale of your Fourth Amendment. This is what I'm doing with my life. I will run for governor, and I need your vote. I need your support. I will not take money from special interest groups. I will not take money from big companies. I will raise my crowdfunding campaign money from individual people. I will never give up this fight. I will never stop until we get to a place where there is an executive in charge, the governor of a state, who can change the policies of police from the top down. If I run as a state representative, the governor will trump me. If I run as a mayor, the governor will trump me. You know I'm right. I don't want to be right. It's true. The governor will trump me when I say, we're going to create a warrant department. He's going to say, no. The warrants go through the cops. I'm going to say, no. We're going to create a warrant department. And the governor will say, no. You're not going to do that, Chille. You're not going to create a warrant department where there's a third party that has to look at warrants before the cops can raid someone's house. Yes, I am. But I'll do it as governor. You're not going to create a third party that gets all the body camera footage and the dash cam footage. The governor will trump me if I'm the mayor or I'm the city councilman. The governor will stop me from doing it. And you know it. Most governors are jackboot thug pig suckers. I'm 7 minutes past my heart out. I got to get the flock out of here. Please go to my website today. Pick up a trifold. For every trifold sold today, I'm going to give one away to somebody who contacts me through my website. Contact your full name, email address perfectly. I did over 100 last night. I have 100 trifolds written to go out for free today. I sold 30. Do the math. All right. I got to get the flock out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming. Chevy, Jessica Kirstead, good to see you. Thank you. Jared, I got to go. I'm 8 minutes late. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators. Chevy! Later.